Hey everyone, Coside76 here. Today we're reviewing the Braille Sense Classic, sometimes called the Hensoni 2 or the Braille Sense. This was released in 2004 in Korea and 2005 in the United States by GW Micro as the distributor. This is made by HIMS. It's out of the case right now. It's got kind of a tannish and brown design with darker keys. I can't see it, but it sounds pretty ugly. It's got a 9-key Perkins style keyboard that sounds like this. And it's got a 32-cell Braille display with one scroll button on each side and 32 cursor routing keys. And every 5 dots, there's a dot above each routing key. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then 2 past that. On the front face, we have a headphone, microphone jack. We have a back arrow, a record button, I believe a stop button, and then a play button, which is longer than the rest. And then we have a front forward arrow. These are for only media. Those of you who know the later versions of the Braille Sense will know that there are usually media mode switches or key lock switches. There are none on this one. It's about 1.5 inches tall at its thinnest point and about maybe 2 inches at its lowest point. I'll probably have the exact dimensions down below in the description of the video. So if we flip it over, there's 4 humongous feet. There's a bunch of screws. There's a bunch of warranty information. And now there is the serial number. And, okay. In the middle of the back plate, right here, is actually the clock battery. So you could take out this screw and it could be replaced. And the clock battery is obviously for keeping time. So that's the end of that. So flipping over to the right side, we have the on-off switch. We have a power in socket, which I believe is 5.5 times 2.5, and it's 5 volts, 2 amps. Don't quote me on that though. I'll do research, and then if I ever find the exact information, I'll put it in the description below. Next to that, we have the battery. I'll show you how to get it out. So on the back, there's this little latch right under the battery. So you pull that to the left, and then you pull out with your thumb a little tag, and then there's the battery. Here's the battery hole, and here's what the battery looks like. Now I'm going to put it back in, and then it's going to turn back on. But while it's doing that, let's go over the I/O on the back side. So on the back side, there is a VGA port, a 9-pin serial port, a 25-pin female parallel port, a 10 megabit per second Ethernet jack, I believe, a USB-B port for active sync and terminal for screen reader, and finally a USB-A port. Aside from that, there's an IR receiver window next to the USB-A port. Finally, on the left side, there are just nothing but 2 compact flash card slots. Returning to the front face, we have the 32-cell Braille display, and now I'm ready to turn it on. So, here we go. It's kind of frozen.
File manager left parenthesis, F right parenthesis.
There we go. So you heard a weird startup noise, which I will play again, but then you heard it say file manager left parenthesis, F right parenthesis. That's because by default, when it resets its settings, when you take out the battery, it loses all of its settings, and then it somehow decides to put the punctuation to all. So I'm going to go change that real quick before we look at the menus. So to do that, I push an O chord, space with O, just like Blazy note takers and Humanware note takers.
Braille display left parenthesis, B right parenthesis.
I'm going to turn it up by pushing backspace plus F4,
Voice
which
volume 7. Voice volume 8.
which on the front of the keys, on the front of the unit, next to the spacebar are F1, F2, and then to the right of the spacebar F3, F4. Those are just shortcut keys that we'll discuss later. I'm hoping to make this not a 53-minute video because, wow, that's long. But,
Off. List item. On. List item.
okay. But right now it says Braille display on. List item. So I'm going to change some settings around here, and then I'll come back to them later.
Braille cursor left parenthesis. 8 dot mode left parenthesis. E right. On. View slash input grade left. Message display time.
View.
Voice left parenthesis. Punctuation. Keyboard echo. Punctuate. Off. List item. On with characters. On with words. List. Capitalization alert left parenthesis. U right parenthesis. Colon. Pitch. List item. Numbers left parent. Voice volume left. Voice rate left. Voice pitch left. Scroll voice left. LCD left. LCD. All left parenthesis. LCD. Video disc. Printer port left. Print paper. Audio alerts. Reverse scroll. Skip empty. Control inform. Hotkey information. Off. List. Announce shortcut keys left. Power saving mode left. Power save. Check today's step. One dash handed. Spell check automatically left. Yes. Default document type left. Text. Sense document. Progress indicator left. Side. Beep. List. Mobile disk left parenthesis. Saved options. File
Okay.
manager F. File
So
manager,
now
F.
we're ready to go over the main menu. So first item is File Manager,
Word processor W.
Word Processor,
GW Sense navigation V.
GW Sense Navigation. That's a GPS solution from, I believe, Sendero.
Address manager A.
Address Manager,
Schedule manager S.
Schedule Manager,
Email E.
the email client, which barely works,
Media player M.
the media player, which is still very good,
Web browser B.
the old web browser, which I was able to get online through my hotspot, and I was able to go to frogfind.net, and .com, sorry, and I was able to go to 68K News, which are websites with Web 1.0 features so that people can access the internet on really old computers like this.
Daisy player D.
Daisy Player for reading books.
Bluetooth manager L.
A Bluetooth manager. Now, the Bluetooth manager is weird because this doesn't have built-in Bluetooth, so you need to buy a compact flash Bluetooth adapter for it to work, which is stupid, but hey, that's just how it is. And it doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, so you need a card for that too.
MSN messenger N.
MSN Messenger, which barely works because MSN is no longer a thing.
Database manager T.
Database Manager, this is like your spreadsheets application.
Utility U.
Utilities, which we'll tour.
Option settings O.
Option settings, which we were just in there, and I'll come back to that.
Help H.
And finally, help. So, first, let's
Help
tour the
Help
utilities menu. So, from the main menu, I can push U,
Calculator C.
calculator,
Set date and time T.
set date and time,
Check date and time D.
check date and time,
Wake up alarm A.
wake up alarm, which this does have a wake up alarm. That has been very helpful.
Infrared transmission F.
Infrared transmission. This is for sending documents and information with infrared.
Calendar L.
Calendar.
Pronunciation dictionary P.
If you don't like how it talks, you can make it say other things or things other ways.
Stopwatch W.
There's a stopwatch, which is very handy.
Terminal for screen reader S.
Terminal for screen reader. This connects it can connect via Bluetooth if you have an adapter, like I said, but it can connect with the 9-pin serial or the USB client port, which I've used on many occasions, and it's very helpful.
Set up internet I.
Set up internet. This is if you have various internet options available.
Network status N.
Network status.
Check power status B.
Check the battery, which you can do anywhere by pushing a CH cord.
76 charged. Using battery.
Right now it's at 76% and it's not plugged in.
Network status N. Check power status B. Backup restore option settings K.
Backup restore option settings. So this is because when the Braille Sense dies, it forgets all of its settings. So this is a way for you to back up and restore all of your settings so you don't have to manually go through the option menu like I did.
Upgrade Braille Sense OS U.
Upgrade Braille Sense OS. This has an online and offline option. Now, I believe this is on its latest version, which is...
Braille Sense SW ver 5.21, build 20,081,212.
Yes, 5.21. But the online software update thing doesn't work anymore because even if you got it online, the servers are down.
Upgrade Braille Sense OS U.
And that's all for that menu.
Utility U.
So now we're going to the options menu.
Braille display B.
Braille display on. You can toggle that on and off by pushing backspace with F2, which is right to the left of the space bar.
Braille cursor C. Always up.
I won't explain all of these, don't worry.
8 dot mode E. On.
8 dot mode, that's for entering computer Braille.
View input grade G. Grade 2. Message display time M. 3 seconds. Voice V. On. Punctuation level P. Off. Keyboard echo K. On with words. Capitalization alert U. Pitch. Numbers N. On. Voice volume L. 8. Voice
Oh,
rate,
sorry.
voice numbers N.
Numbers.
On.
This is how it processes numbers. Whether it says the numbers or the whole numbers, like 1000 as opposed to 1000.
Voice volume L. 8. Voice rate R. 8.
Voice volume goes from 1 to 10, and voice rate goes from 1 to 12.
Voice pitch T. 6.
Pitch goes from 1 to 12, I think.
7.
Hold on.
8. 9. 10. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6.
Oh, it goes only to 10. Now, actually,
Voice rate R. 8.
I'll leave the volume the same, but let's see the voice rates.
9. 10. 11. 12. 1. 2.
That
3,
is slow.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Voice pitch T. 6. Scroll voice S. Off.
Scroll voice. This is to determine if it speaks when you scroll the Braille display.
LCD L. All lighting.
LCD, the LCD is on right now, and the backlight is on because, yes, it does have a backlight.
LCD font size F. 13.
You can go from 12 to 19 point font.
Video display D. Off.
Video display, this is for if you are connecting to the VGA port.
Printer port P. Parallel.
Parallel, and your options are parallel,
USB.
USB,
Parallel.
and that's it.
Print paper size S. Letter.
So letter, which is 8 by 11, or
Legal.
legal, which is, I believe, 8 by 14.
Audio. Letter. Audio alerts W.
Audio alerts on or off,
Reverse scroll R. Off.
which are air tones.
Audio reverse scroll R.
Reverse
Off.
scroll, this is so the left advance button goes forward and the right goes back.
Skip empty lines E. Off.
Skip empty lines for the Braille display
Control information I.
to save space. Control information. This will tell you list item or table or dialogue. I turn this off to save space on the Braille display as well as to prevent redundancy with the speech.
Hotkey information H. ASCII characters.
Hotkey information, your options are ASCII characters,
Dot patterns.
dot patterns,
Off.
or off.
ASCII characters.
I'll set it to ASCII characters, and that's essentially where you can go to change how it presents hotkeys. So instead of saying File menu F, and then you click on it, and then it says create a new document, enter with C. Instead of saying enter with C, if you had it to dot patterns, it would say enter with dots 1, 4.
Announce shortcut keys S. On.
Announce shortcut keys. That's what it's doing when it says announce shortcut keys S on. It's saying that S is the shortcut key for this.
Power saving mode P. On.
Power saving mode is like an auto turn off,
Power saving kick in K. After 10 minutes.
and it goes after 10 minutes.
Check today's schedule S. On.
Check today's schedule. This is so when you turn it on, it checks your schedule for any future appointments today.
One-handed mode H.
One-handed mode, this is similar to most one-handed modes on Braille note takers, where you have to push the spacebar every time you type something.
Spell check automatically. C. Yes.
I turn this to yes, but it's essentially where it tells you if something is misspelled without you having to ask.
Default document type. Q. Sense document.
Default document type. So I have it set to sense document because that's like kind of what it's known for, but your options are Braille, sense document, and text.
Braille document. Text document. Sense document. Progress indicator. P. Beep.
Progress indicator is beep right now, but your options are
Message.
beep, message,
Silent.
silent,
Beep.
and that's it. So message is like progress, or it might be a percentage.
Mobile disk. D. On.
Mobile disk. This is so you can use your Braille Sense Classic as an external flash disk, basically. And it has a whopping 64 megabytes of RAM and 64 megabytes of storage. And so, not that much, but hey, it can store text files and some music. So yeah, that's the end of the options menu. As you can hear, there's an error tone indicating we're at the end.
Saved options. Option settings. O.
Option settings.
Help. H.
So one more thing I would like to show you here is the About page. So we go to Help by pushing H.
Help overview. O.
Help overview. And then we go to the bottom.
Information about the Braille Sense. I.
Information about the Braille Sense.
Copyright. C. 2001-2008 by Hims Company Limited. Text-to-speech copyright. C. 2008 by Nuance. All rights reserved. Portions. C. 1983-2008. Microsoft Corporation. All rights reserved. Braille Sense SW Ver. 5.21. Build 20,081,212. Braille Sense HW Ver. 2.0. MAC address. 000BE50013D0. Operating system. Windows C version 5.0.
Windows CE 5.
S contact :8242-864-4460 email @himsbraillesense.com.
hims@braillesense.com.
Homage.
I doubt that works.
www.braillesense.com.
www.braillesense.com. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Anyways, that's the About page. To exit, we'll do a Z chord.
Help H.
And there was one more thing I wanted to show you all. So first, we're going to push F for File Manager.
Flash disk.
You'll hear Flash Disk. You click that.
Database folder 1.5.
Your options are Database,
Download folder 2.5.
Download,
Media folder
Media,
3.5. My documents folder
My
4.5.
Documents,
Upload folder
and
5.5.
Upload. So what I want to show you here is if you push the F3 key, which functions as your tab key, and just a quick overview, the F1 key to the furthest left functions as a Windows button to bring up the main menu. The F2 key is your Alt key to bring up the context menu. The F3 is a tab key, and you can shift tab by pushing that in conjunction with the space bar. And the F4 key is like your escape key. But I'm going to push F3 for tab.
Flash disk.
You'll hear it say flash disk, and on the Braille display, you'll see flash disk /. So what you want to do is type in flash disk
ST.4. ST. WH.
Oh, here we go. So
Upload folder.
hold on.
Flash disk.
Flash disk, and then you want to type ...
Period. Period. Space.
Flash disk period
Period.
/ period. Now you want to click enter.
Application data folder 112.
Your options are application data. This is kind of the root of the drive that's hidden from you.
Flash disk folder 212.
That's the location of the actual flash disk where all your documents are.
HandDB folder 312.
HandDB,
Handheld folder 412.
handheld,
Address 100.hlp 158.
which are all the help files.
Handheld folder. Database folder 11. HandDB folder 312.
Oh, and this is HandDB is the database. And I think the reason it says Han is because of its name, Hansone, which is its name in Korean.
Handle folder 412. Manual folder 512.
Manual. This is manual files.
My documents folder 612.
Okay, my documents.
Network folder 712.
The network for network locations.
Profiles folder 812.
Profiles, which
Default
is
folder 11.
default, like
No
your,
list 0 of 0.
and there's nothing in here.
Profiles
Great.
folder 8. Program files folder 912.
Program files,
No list 0 of 0.
which there's nothing
Program
in here. Great.
Recycled folder 1012.
Recycled.
No list 0 of 0. Recycle. Temp folder 1112.
Temp.
No list 0 of temp folder 1112. Windows folder 1212.
And Windows. So what I wanted to show you was in Windows,
Desktop folder 1169.
and there's a whole lot of things in here. But let's go to
Desktop folder 1169. Deactivated. Desktop folder 1169.
Okay, so to sort, I'll push F2 to go to the menu.
Open. O. Enter O. Zip. Z. Common dialog. Enter Z. Send to S. Common dialog. Enter S.
One sec. So you want to go to the Alt menu by pushing F2, like I said, and then you want to push
Copy. C. Enter Z.
space with .4 to go down the list
Cut. X. Paste. V. Delete. D. Rename.
until
R.
you
Common dialog.
hear
New document. N. New folder. F. File conversion. T. Common. Select all. A. Enter. Search for file. B. Common. Sort files by G. Pull down. Enter G.
yeah, sort files by.
Name. Size. Extension. Date and time.
And then you want to
Extension.
click extension.
Refreshing. Desktop folder 1169.
Wait for it to refresh. Go up some.
Look around city.wav1.
Here we go.
Alarm 2.wav. N.zin 138 106. Shithab.txt 100. Anycom blue card CF 300C. Alarm 1.wav 141
Okay,
169.
so starting now, I'm going to
Alarm 1.wav.
select them by pushing the spacebar on each file.
Alarm. MSN. New arrive.wav. Speed default.wav1. Speed default. Start.w. Turnaround.wav. Turn in waypoint.w. Type.wav1. When you sound 1.w. When you sound. When you sound. When you sound 3. When you sound 3. Weeby.wbd 169 116. When you sound
Okay,
3.w.
so now I'm going to push enter with C to copy these.
Copying. When you sound 3.wav 168 169.
Now I'm going to go back to the main folder of the flash disk.
Windows folder 1212. Flash disk folder 212. Database folder 15. Download folder. Media folder 3. Record folder 11. No list 0 of 0.
And then I'm going to paste it in the record folder.
Pasting.
These are the progress clicks. It's almost done.
28 objects copy completed.
There we
When
go.
you sound 3.wav 2828.
So now we're going to go to the media
File
player
manager F.
by going back to the main menu
File manager F.
and pushing M.
Title. There are no items to display.
Now we're going to open a folder, which a lot of these commands are the same on newer Braille senses, which is why I'm kind of rushing through this. But enter with F.
Open folder dialog box.
Open folder.
Media folder. My
So
documents.
media,
Media folder 3 5. Record folder 11.
record, and then
Record
we
folder, select
select
one.
that by pushing the spacebar. Once we do that, a bunch of music will play. Or not music, but
Added 28 file.
Arrive near destination. Arrive near virtual position. Continue straight. Recalculating pedestrian. Recalculating vehicle. Off route.
Title track. Sound 3 stop.
And those 28 sounds were the sounds of the Braille sense. Those were all the sounds available. And one more time, I'll let you hear the startup noise, which isn't in the files for some reason, but here it is. And I did that by pushing the reset button. I turned it off, and it's going to restart.
File Manager F.
And with that, I'm about to end, but first, I'll type a
Top of
goodbye
document.
message.
Thanks. 4. Enter. B. Ah. Excellent. 2. Top of document.
Okay,
Thanks.
so I'll have it read it by pushing enter with G.
Thanks for watching the excellent each other. End of document. End of document. Each other. Each. Top of document. Thanks. Thanks for watching the excellent each other. End of document.
All right, have a good day. Thanks.